Welcome back to CraveThatCoin. In my last video, I looked at a capital release of Bitconnect, showing how much value was lost versus holding Bitcoin. This was due to the rapid rise of Bitcoin over the last 6 months, meaning you would get a lot less Bitcoin from the capital release than what you first put in, even though the dollar amount is the same. As it was Trevon's investment, there was no way for me to know what interest payments he made on that loan, making it impossible to find out if his investment was good or bad in terms of Bitcoin invested versus gained. So for this video, I've analysed my own investment in Bitconnect. I'm going to show you a real example of what you can expect from Bitconnect without referrals. I invested in Bitconnect 3 months ago, so I'm currently halfway to capital release. Before I jump into the results, keep in mind that I'm from the UK. My Exodus wallet will show the values in pounds, while Bitconnect will show the values in dollars. The figures I'll show you are 99% accurate with some leeway for exchange rates. Somehow I made one referral for a total of $8.50 commission, which won't have a big impact on the results. Also, please keep in mind that I'm not a financial advisor and this video is not financial advice. I'm just a guy sharing my experiences with Bitconnect. Also, I'm proud to say that you won't find a Bitconnect referral link from me. I have no interest on making money from my viewers should you choose to invest. Bitconnect is and always will be a high-risk investment no matter what anyone else says, so I refuse to promote it. If you want to support this channel, you will find a selection of services which I do recommend in the description below. Now on to my investment with Bitconnect. On the 12th of August this year, I invested £89.15. This was 0.03 Bitcoin at the time. Here is a look at the transaction in Bitconnect and in Exodus. On the 13th of October, I invested a further £169.61, which was 0.04 Bitcoin at the time. And here is a look at the transaction in Bitconnect, and again in Exodus. This brings my total investment in Bitconnect to £258.76, which is around $330 for a total of 0.07 Bitcoin. Had I held the 0.7 Bitcoin and not invested, at the time of this video it would be worth £874. This is why it's very important that you focus on Bitcoin invested versus gained and not just the dollar amount when analysing your investment. I recommend watching my Bitconnect capital release video for an idea of how devastating this can be in some cases. In that video, I took a look at Trevon James's $5,010 capital release, which would today be worth $34,000. Now let's go ahead and look at my interest withdrawals. As my investment amount in Bitconnect is relatively low, it can take over a week to surpass the minimums to be able to withdraw my interest. This is great for the purpose of this video, as I can easily show you all of my withdrawals over the last 3 months to give you an accurate representation of this platform. On the 6th of October, I made my first withdrawal for the accumulated interest. This totaled £18.23 or 0.0053 Bitcoin. On the 26th, I withdrew £24.87 or 0.0056 Bitcoin. On the 6th of November, I withdrew £29.43 or 0.0053 Bitcoin. On the 16th, I withdrew £31.20 or 0.0055 Bitcoin. On the 29th, I made my biggest withdrawal to date of £39.83 or 0.0053 Bitcoin, and my latest withdrawal of £14.85 or 0.0013 Bitcoin on the 9th of December. These are my total withdrawals 3 months into my 6-month investment. A total of £158.41 at the time of withdrawal, or 0.0286 Bitcoin. It's important to note that the Bitcoin is now worth £354, so my withdrawals have benefited from Bitcoin's rise in value. I won't get my capital release until the end of my investment in 3 months' time. So to see where my investment stands right now, I've added to capital release based on today's Bitcoin price. Capital release 1 of £89.15 totals 0.0071 Bitcoin. Capital release 2 of £169.61 totals 0.0136 Bitcoin. This brings my total investment return 3 months in using the interest plus capital to 0.0495 Bitcoin. This has a value today of £613.74. As you remember, my initial investment in Bitconnect was 0.07 Bitcoin, and I have made back 0.0495 so far. So I have 0.02 less Bitcoin than before my investment 3 months ago. This is 29% less Bitcoin than I invested. If I had simply held the 0.07 Bitcoin, it would now be worth £867. So compared to holding Bitcoin, my investment is now at a minus £253 loss. Before I analysed the figures in detail, I knew this would be the case, which is why I said the Bitcoin increase in value is a higher risk to investing with Bitconnect. But I also made back more Bitcoin than I expected to, and with another 3 months of my investment, I believe I will end up with more Bitcoin than the 0.07 invested. If you ask me, was it worth it over simply holding Bitcoin so far, and I would say no, as I have taken risk, and 3 months in I have not even made £1 of real profit. If I held the Bitcoin, I would have been much better off at this stage. I would have full control over the Bitcoin to either invest it in other coins or even invest in ICOs for a much greater potential return. During my investment on the 25th of October, the Bitcoin Gold hard fork happened. This means I missed out on 0.07 Bitcoin Gold, which has a current value of £24.74. That brings the total loss from my Bitconnect investment so far to minus £278.62. If I invested before the Bitcoin Cash fork, as many people have, the loss would be much greater, as 0.07 Bitcoin Cash is currently worth £212. This is important to keep in mind when investing in Bitconnect, as there is more forks planned for the near future. Who knows how valuable some of these coins could be? When you invest in Bitconnect during a hard fork, you are effectively giving them the free coin. Imagine how much money they made from Bitcoin Cash with their users' Bitcoin deposits. If you invest in Bitconnect, your money is tied up. You have no control over it for 6 months versus holding Bitcoin, of which you would benefit from free hard fork coins such as Bitcoin Cash. You would also have the freedom to invest in and out of altcoins and invest in ICOs. To sum up my thoughts on this video, my investment in Bitconnect in another 3 months' time will likely total some kind of return. But 3 months into my investment, I am down £278 over simply holding Bitcoin. I've given up control of my Bitcoin invested, taken on a lot of risk and time in withdrawing and recording my payouts. The reality is that based on all the hype surrounding this platform, most would expect any investment in Bitconnect to bring some kind of return in 3 months. In this video, I've shown a real example of a 3-month Bitconnect investment sitting at a loss compared with holding Bitcoin. I think the results of this video will shock some people who are simply looking at the dollar amount invested versus returned and not looking at the Bitcoin value and the benefits that come from holding it. It's certainly true that no one could have predicted the rapid rise of Bitcoin this year, but this doesn't change the fact that Bitconnect has been a bad investment 3 months in. Halfway through my investment and not a single pound in profit compared to if I held Bitcoin. Some people have commented on my last video saying how they use Bitconnect to diversify, which is completely understandable. I just worry about the many people who go all in with Bitconnect after watching so many of the hype videos. If you invest in Bitconnect when Bitcoin is at an all-time high and the price crashes, you may see a greater return of Bitcoin than what you put in. This was actually the reason why I decided to invest in Bitconnect. I expected the price of Bitcoin to crash, but it continued to rise since my investment. With that said, a crash in the Bitcoin price puts Bitconnect in unseen territory, which is why I only invested a small amount. We have not seen how or if they would survive if the Bitcoin price crashed 30 to 40%. This would force them to pay out more Bitcoin for every payment. Whereas currently, as shown with my investment, they are able to pay out less Bitcoin over time due to the huge increase in Bitcoin price. This may be why Bitconnect has effortlessly been able to survive so far. The power in Bitconnect could lie in using it as a hedge against a falling Bitcoin price. As long as Bitconnect is as stable as people say it is, and it is able to maintain similar interest rates, it could be a good investment in that scenario. As the Bitcoin price is correcting at the time of this video, it may bode well for my investment. Over the next 3 months, I should get a higher amount of Bitcoin than the first 3 months as long as the price continues to drop. I hope you found this video useful, and please remember that I'm not trying to put you off Bitconnect. I am simply showing you a side of the investment that many of the big promoters won't. They will happily take your referral commission and only say positive things about the platform. I will certainly follow up with another video when my Bitconnect investment comes to an end in 3 months. Thank you for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all my videos related to gold, silver and cryptocurrencies. You can also find me on Steemit, Facebook and Twitter with links in the description below.